Some leadership teams are not underperforming, they're doing too much work twice. The same decisions need reinforcing. The same clarity keeps needing rescue. The same conversations return in slightly different forms. That is not just busyness, that is effort leakage. Leadership effort should create lift. It should reduce ambiguity, strengthen trust, make tomorrow's work lighter than today's. But when effort stops holding, the opposite happens. A decision is made, but it does not stay stable enough to shape what happens next. A process is clarified, but the same confusion returns. A difficult issue is addressed, but the team still spends energy containing its after effects. A priority is named, but it doesn't reduce the next round of effort. Work is happening, but too little of it is staying solved. That is the first warning sign. Not that leaders are inactive, that too much of their effort is being respent on work that should already have held. This is the distinction many teams miss. Activity is not traction. A leadership team can be full of meetings, communication, responsiveness, visibility, and constant motion, and still not be creating durable progress. Traction means effort holds. It means today's clarity reduces tomorrow's confusion. Today's decision changes what happens next. Today's work leaves the system stronger than it was before. That is compounded effort. Effort leakage, it's the opposite. It means the same labor keeps being respent because the system is not retaining enough of what the team is giving it. That is why some teams feel constantly busy but strangely stuck. Not because they're not working, but because too much of their work is evaporating before it becomes momentum. Effort leakage has a recognizable pattern. You see it when the same decisions need repeated reinforcement, the same misunderstandings keep returning, the same clarity depends on one or two people to survive, the same emotional labor has to be recarried, the same effort keeps going into preserving what should have already been stable. And over time, that creates a particular kind of leadership drag. The team keeps moving, but too much of its energy is going into holding the ground it already thought it had gained. The issue gets solved in the room, but not in the culture. The decision gets made, but not fully retained. The clarity appears, but does not travel strong enough to survive without the rescue. This is not just frustrating, it's expensive. Too much of it goes into repeated stabilisation. The team can remain highly active while losing the ability to build lift. And research helps explain why this happens. Lazarus and Folkman showed that pressure consumes interpretive as well as practical energy. Kahneman helps explain why sustained load makes judgment more habitual and less reflective. Weck reminds us that teams coordinate through shared meaning, not just process. Argyris shows how capable professionals can become skilled at managing around repeated problems without examining the deeper patterns producing them. And Fullman and Quinn help us see why weak coherence multiplies activity without multiplying impact. In other words, effort leakage is not just about workload, it's about how much of the leadership effort the system can actually retain. So, what do mature teams do? They stop admiring effort in the abstract, and they start auditing what is not holding. They look for decisions that need repeated reinforcement, clarity that keeps needing rescue, conversations that return in slightly different forms, emotional labor that is being recarried, work that keeps expanding because alignment is weak. That is a different kind of leadership move. It treats repetition as a design signal. It treats rework as data. Because once a team can see where effort is leaking, it can begin protecting it. And that's exactly why I offer a free leadership pressure diagnostic. I'll sit down with you and help you look closely at what may be happening in your leadership team, where effort may be leaking, where work may not be holding, and where repeated stabilization may be costing the team more than it realizes. The goal is simple: to help you see clearly where your leadership effort is being absorbed instead of compounded, so you can decide what kind of leadership response is now required. If that would be useful, book a free leadership pressure diagnostic. The link is in the description. Some teams are not underperforming, they're just leaking effort.